5 people are here. Hello, 5 people. Brunswick County, Virginia. Nowhere County, Arklatexa, Guns and Diesel, Shalom. Burning Hearth, Shalom. Lone Star. My perception? Interesting. J.A., Carrie, Bradley, Justin, Old Guy, Nick, and the Wax Factory. Riding Hope, Jesse's channel, Kelly, NWA, Shalom, brother. Brother Tommy, Shalom, brother. Bless you, brother. Papa, oh wow, there's already 100 people here. Ramon, Shalom, brother. Renee, wow. Shalom, everybody. Puzzleman, Shalom, brother. Apparently I am, Wax Factory. Apparently I am. John Rea, Shalom, brother. Tony John, what's up, brother? If you're going to be a bear, be a grizzly. Arr. Free Spirit, Shalom, sister. Hola, back at ya. Ron Stryker. 13th Apostle. That's a good name. Jackhammer. Mike. Keith Mead. Shalom. Mama tried Homestead. Mama tried. Tim Drake. And John Gilmore. And Luke Thompson with the dulcet tones of the Jackalope. Backed up by the #1 hit of Kimberly Thornton. Available now. All your favorite YouTube celebrities. With the #1 hit by Frank Puzzleman. Blessings on your year. Followed up by Mike with Yo. Everybody remembers Mike with Yo. Sick with flu, so I'm watching you. I'm sorry to hear that. What's the news? Got none. 162. TRW, bless you. Thank you. Hello from not Wisconsin. Indiana here. Recoil 669. Shalom. Stay strapped. You know it. You're welcome. Happy New Year back at you. I can't wait for our new year. Frank, Shalom back at you. Eric, James McAdams, nice Buffalo Boar plus P, TAC XP 9mm. That sounds painful. I like it. What are you drinking? What?
Call the dog.
Dog. I tried. Dog. Hunter Seeker, Shalom. Long time no see, buddy. I am drinking a very short glass of blackberry moonshine, which is basically grain alcohol with blackberries in it, and it's something. It's a 1 glass, maybe a 2 glass. It's not a, leisurely sipping. It's a, yeah, definitely flammable. It's like 100 proof. South Africa, Shalom. Shots of Patron at home. Good for you, brother Tommy. Yeah, Little Sean goes a long way. This is marketed as moonshine, but it's basically just, grain alcohol, which, moonshine is. But Alex Giles, Shalom, brother. I got the Alex Giles special today. All right, I got to tell you guys this. This is hysterical. So I go into my local FFL because Alex Giles convinced me that all the cool kids run Glock 17s with TLR 1s on them. And so I was like, all right, I'll get a Gen 5. And so I go to get a Glock G17 Gen 5 with the tritium night sights. And I walk into the FFL place. Really great guys. It's a local place, right? And I walk in there and the lights are out. And I'm like, hello? They're like, yeah, we're back here behind the counter. And I'm like, all right, I can't see you. The guy flashes me with his stream light, and I'm like, okay, I'm coming. So I'm doing paperwork for this transfer in Streamlight, right? And I'm like, how are we doing this? He goes, oh, I got my laptop, and I got it hotspotted on my cell phone. I'm like, what happened? He goes, I don't know, man. I come in this morning, flip the light switch on, and a couple minutes later, there was just a giant boom. And I'm like, cool. You couldn't have scripted this. NWA Prepper, bless you, brother. You are freaking awesome, man. You really are. Thank you. Thank you very much, brother. And so the dad of the family comes walking in. He's like, dang old squirrel, been eating the fuses again. This squirrel, like, exploded. Apparently bit a fuse somewhere and blew their power out. And he's got this squirrel that's been cooked, charcoal black squirrel. And of course, there's three guys sitting there eating or drinking coffee. Three old guys sitting around drinking coffee, like, you know, Earl, it's already cooked. You could have that for lunch. And they're like, yeah, I think we will. Yeah, I'm just like, you can't script this, man. We cooked 2-3 a year that way. Ozark Geek, shalom, brother. Hi, back at you, Jim. Squirrel story time, Andrew. Yeah, it's serious business. Hello from not Ohio. Good to see you, though. Tommy, bless you, brother. Thank you, man. You are freaking awesome. Show the new Glock, bro. Stand by. Oh my gosh.
Dad, I'm seriously dying. Like, I've got tears coming out of my eyes.
You got tears coming out of your eyes?
She's being dramatic.
Stop it. Everybody behave. All right. So let's clear these because they're hot. Okay. This one here. All right. First of all, I just got to say, man, look, I know 9mm cool and all, but dude, like, just, well, you know, the ballistics gel says it. I know what the ballistic gel says, but just look. I mean, just, I'm telling you. Yeah. So, okay.
Dad, what do you need?
Ramon Velez, thank you. What do I need? A nap? What do you need?
We were just having a race.
You're having a race? Who are you racing with?
Bubba.
You're racing with Bubba? Who won?
Me.
You won? Awesome. They're both terrible at incapacitating. I know, I just really like big bullets, and I cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny when a Glock walks in. So, anyway. Glock 21C, 3rd gen. You guys know this is my go-to, except now we have another go-to. So, that's the 17 Gen 5 9x19 with the, you know, yeah, does the things. You're welcome. And it's just, I mean, when you're used to a 45, like, look at the difference in width. Shalom, Vicky! Look at the difference in width. It's like night and day, man. And then the grip size, right? That's the Gen 3 45. And then let's see if I can do this. I don't know if y'all can see the difference, but obviously the 45, Sister Renee. Obviously, just look at the difference in the grips. They're massively different. That being said, like, it's funny having these and running the 45 for so long. This full size 9mm is like a toy. I mean, it's just, I mean, I can do this, right? You're seeing this, right? Right? Versus this, they touch, but not nearly as much. So, oh yeah, G19s, they are small, but everything's relative. So it definitely feels sweet. It's got those sights on them. Can you all see them? They're like suppressor height night sights. Yes, son, what's up?
I thought Mom said that was a 17.
Yeah, it's a 17. Did I say 19? I meant it's a 17. The words are hard. So, anyway, it's just, yeah, you can change the back strap. I don't know if I'm going to or not, but, I mean, again, full size 9mm. What full size 9mm? So, yeah, but, you know, what I do like about this one is like the literal thousands of rounds. You look, I don't think I've ever seen you with 2 braids before.
Nope.
Have you ever done 2 braids before?
Nope.
Did your son correct you on a Glock model? Yes, raising him well. Indeed, he did. You're gonna come sit. You can say hi to the people.
Her left side's not that good, but her right side's way better because she wouldn't stop squirming.
I do believe there is a Gen 521. I don't know if there's a Gen 521C.
I'm just standing here and
Y'all go play or something.
I don't play. I'm too old.
Hello.
Go play in traffic.
Okay, we have no traffic here.
Go make traffic. Calamity, bless you. Thank you very much.
No.
I have to do.
All right, go
Okay,
do
so
something.
watch TV.
Go do
See you
something.
later.
Homie, you look 12.
You do look younger with those.
April Harmony. Good name. Maybe don't play in traffic. Well, Brother Alex, as Shiny
Alex.
said, we don't have any. So, and she's right. So, yodel. Yes.
They're done
Y'all,
playing.
this was like pure torture. Like
was
my
not
daughter
bad.
is always asking me, please, can I braid your hair, please? Finally, I caved. I was like, okay. I literally had tears streaming down my face.
You wouldn't stop
Like,
going.
Go chop
oh
some
my gosh,
wood.
this hurts so bad.
That's a good one. Yeah, go chop some wood. I like
Dark
that.
outside.
Yeah.
Jim
Ah.
Brown.
Go watch your show.
Tommy says hello. Tommy Salter. Opie's here. Shalom. Tended.
Beard.
Hobie, you're welcome for drawing your name.
No, you can't hear.
Yeah.
I didn't say Hobie. My wife gives me those same braids. Good style. I like them. Keep the Bible studies coming. Planning on it. Hear anything news about another trumping company got shut down? On top of that, SHTF may happen on another news report. Man, where's that 380? Probably my wife's purse. I don't know. Any thoughts on the goings-on in Virginia? Yeah, I've got many thoughts on the goings-on in Virginia. And we're all waiting to see what happens. Clear that weapon. Good job. There's the little Walther 380. So, why don't you tell the people what you like about this little pistol?
It fits my hand. Let's see.
Tell them how...
Yeah.
Loco American, bless you, brother. You're freaking tremendous, for really real. Tell them how we went about getting that gun.
We went to a gun show, and
Because of the gun show loophole. No, just kidding. That's not a real thing.
and I picked up every gun that they had. And
Why did you do that?
because you wanted me to order a gun off of like online, and I was like, no, because it's got to feel right.
This is not how I remember this conversation going.
Yeah.
There was a guy with like 200 pistols. Literally.
Yeah.
And I said, go pick up every one of them until you find one that fits your hand.
Yeah.
Do you remember that part of the conversation?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I said.
Byrudica. Thank you. Thank you very much. Sister Francis is here.
Yeah, I'd prefer purple, but
Shalom, Sister Francis. Everybody say shalom, Sister Francis. or
Shalom, Sister
we're
Francis.
shutting down the live stream. You guys know the drill. 3, 2, 1. Good job, Justin. John, stop it. Sister Francis is awesome. She needs to know that she's loved. Shalom, sister. Okay, go ahead. She is. She's awesome.
yeah. So we got this one,
Uh-huh.
and I like it. I love it.
You want
I
some
want
more
some
of
more
it?
of it.
I like it. Sorry. I tried so hard. I just can't rise above it, you know? I don't know what it is about that Walther's Little Lovin', but I like it. I love it.
Yeah.
I want some more of it.
I heard your Glocks are Mix-a-Lot rendition.
Yeah, you like that? That's because I'm musically talented. I'm really very musically talented. And humble. There's that too. Yeah, definitely not prideful at all. So, what do you like about that one as compared to, say, like the little 9mm, like the Taurus? The little compact 9.
Right. I like the recoil on this one
Uh-huh.
better. And this still fits my hand better than the Taurus does.
Well, that's a double stack 9.
Yeah. And like, I like the mag release. It's here
I hate that.
on the trigger. I like it. My daughter can't shoot my gun because every time she does, she drops the mag. But I like it. I do like the trigger pull better on the Taurus
Okay.
than I do on the Walther.
That one's kind of long and squishy. Let me see this. Well, it's double action to single action.
Yeah.
Right, so the first one, right, is going to be, hold on, right, so your first pull is that really long, high pressure, oh, when's it going to break? It's almost going to break, yeah, and then there it is, and it's a lot, but then it, you know, cocks the hammer, and then your single action is actually pretty reasonable.
Yeah. I don't know if it's like the weight of the trigger or what.
It's the length of the pull on that single or the double action.
No, but I'm talking like even single to single, like
Yeah.
this for like I think it's the weight of the pull. Yours has an easier trigger than this one. So but yeah,
But yeah,
all the things.
Alex
I like.
Foxtrot. It's hard to be humble when you're perfect in every way. Thank you for acknowledging that. I really appreciate that.
Ooh, him?
It's a double action to single action, meaning that the first pull, the hammer.
Here, you're doing it back. Look, they can't see because your fat finger's in the way. Okay, so
Thanks.
the first pull goes all.
Watch the hammer
way back.
Right. And then after that, the slide will reciprocate and cock the hammer again.
See how far back it is, and then it's just a.
Yeah.
But even that little bit compared to the Taurus, it's harder to pull. But again, I'm more used to this than I am
Yeah.
yours. So.
This one actually has, I love this. The family that tests triggers on YouTube together stays together. This one, the Gen 3, has so many rounds through it that the trigger for a Glock is actually pretty good. Here, it's
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
right.
Backwards.
I mean, take up, there's the wall, and then
I'm getting myself a glass
and then
of wine.
reset. Get
Hold on.
yourself a glass of wine.
I'll be right back.
Haunted, you would probably like it. It's that gun is too small for Fortners. What color leather holster you want?
What color?
What color leather holster do you want?
Purple
Purple
or black?
or black? She said. I've never seen a purple cow. So, danger, shalom.
Oh, well.
Salted caramel whiskey here. That's good stuff. Fortners, bless you. You're tremendous. Earl's daughter says, you look adorable. Aww. Yeah, we got to hang out. Sister Cassie Collins is here. Shalom. No, that's not a 10 millimeter. It's a 45. Shalom, Solomon. Hi, Isaac. Leather versus hard shell holster. That all depends. I'll tell you for... Where'd it go? Where'd it go?
What? Oh, it's under the zipper.
Under the
See?
zipper.
You can't even find it.
Found it.
I don't think anybody can find anything in your purse.
So, trying to find a holster for this gun that's light bearing is not possible. Following Yeshua, shalom, brother.
Which I really want to like.
So yeah, and she really wants weapons light. PJD, shalom. So we're gonna get her one, and Fortner is making her one, which is freaking awesome.
Thank you,
So
partner.
she says thank you, Fortner. So anyway, yeah. So if it was up to me, I mean, all my holsters are black Kydex, but I'm colorblind and a dude, so whatever.
You like all the tactical.
I found one. Yes, it was painful. I didn't find one, and you know I'm not known for my patience. So, Bub, why don't you show them that hat and tell them where it came from?
Okay.
Sam, you can't have wine. Sorry.
The mighty and powerful Bubba. Bubba,
Yes.
show them what that patch says.
Okay.
Camera's right over here.
Camera's where?
Right over here. See that? That's the camera.
Over there.
So,
There.
what does that stand for?
Bug out bags Australia.
Bug Out Bag Australia. Right there. Bug Out Bag Australia. Where did this hat come from?
Australia.
Where?
Australia.
You gotta speak up.
Australia.
They're all the way on the other side of the cable in the ground.
Wow.
So you gotta project, you gotta speak from the diaphragm like this.
Okay.
Go ahead, tactically.
Australia.
Good job. Australia.
Yeah.
You like that hat, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Here, go ahead, put it back on. It looks good on you. Where'd it come from, besides Australia?
Your office.
My office, right.
Where all the cool things come from.
Where all the cool things are. I hear rumblings of Virginia starting a new government. Any thoughts on that? Man, hey, we'll see what happens. I'll tell you what, if they actually begin gun confiscations, this becomes a whole different live stream. This becomes a whole different conversation. But I'm not going to sit around and... I know, aren't those glasses awesome? They are awesome. I'm not going to sit around and pontificate on Virginia because at this point the lines in the sand have been drawn. Let's see what happens. Hey, Hunter Seeker. So, get out of here, dog. You don't get to be famous on the internet now, too. Yeah, run away. Run away. You should see what's happening here in Washington. Scary stuff coming our way. We have extended family in Washington, and I just say we could live anywhere in the world, and we live here. So, yeah. Mm-hmm. I hate how the chat is always over your face. You want to switch sides?
No, because they come here mainly for you.
You don't have to hide behind the chat, honey. Big family, big blessings. Bless you. Ramon, you're awesome. What time is it in Arklatexa? I'm guessing roughly 7:22. 7:22. Yep. I'm back. Oral surgery on laptop completed. Congratulations. Oh, you guys can see both of us? Oh, right, because the chat's on the bottom, right?
Thanks.
I hold my phone vertical. Oh, vertical phone is for amateurs,
That's how
man.
I always watch YouTube. Like, unless it's like a really long video, then I turn it sideways. But for the most part, it stays vertical.
Ah, she's centered. Okay. Wish I could stick around. My chat is on the right side. Okay, good. All right. Sad to be at work. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, the Ouachita Mountain Range, bro, it's beautiful. Mm-hmm. Although, if you don't know how it's pronounced, Ish, it's impossible. You're like, Uchida? Uchada? Uachita?
Ouachita.
Uachita? That's
Yeah.
what it is. Uachita. And they're like, no, dummy. Okay, my bad. Sorry, I didn't know. Sam wants to be famous. Too bad. Yeah, UN. Yeah, I've seen that too. The UN people in New York, man, New York's a mess. Has been a mess forever and a day. Good night, Fortner.
Don't
Bless
throw it
you.
up too much.
I mean it. You know, people get pretty passionate when I'm like, yeah, don't be there, and they're like, we're gonna take it back, and I'm like, are you? I grew up in upstate New York. I grew up around people saying that in upstate New York, and you know what? They haven't taken it back. So I don't know, man. Narrowgate Homestead, shalom. So I don't know, man. New York is a mess. It's a mess.
I saw a homie.
Can you sew? And do you have any vids on the subject?
So on my channel, yes, I can sew, not like super seamstress or anything like that, but I think there's a video where I was teaching my daughter like a straight stitch on the sewing machine, and I think I did one other sewing video on there, but yeah, I don't have that many videos at my channel, so yeah, you can go and scroll and find it.
You're welcome, Bones? Question mark. Yeah, she can sew. She sews lots of stuff.
Yeah.
You sewed this
And
pillow that's
yeah.
behind me.
I sewed these pillows.
Mm-hmm.
I do a lot of like my own decor.
You completely reupholstered our couch.
Yeah,
For
I reupholstered
Ken
my
Fannin, shalom, brother.
couch. That makes me sound like way more like BA though, and I'm not.
You literally decided one day, and Cody, go to the Bear Independent website, go to Doing Good, and there's a sign-up form for missions there. So all of our communications go through there, because otherwise, literally, it's me trying to directly email hundreds of people, and that doesn't work. So sign up there, please. Thank you. Can you sew buttons on ice cream? Temporarily. It depends on the ambient temperature. So,
Y'all are talking too fast.
yeah, they do that. Hey, cuz.
Yeah. There we go. Got ketchup.
You got ketchup?
Got
Ketchup ice cream? I'm still like, look.
Gosh.
I'm just saying. Just. Yes, they will. Yes, they will. Tactical ketchup. It is popping tonight. Shalom, Sarah.
Dad, you remember the sour cream that was in like the bottle that you would
The squeeze sour cream was in like a pouch. Yeah, that was weird. 40 cal. No, 9 millimeter. I'm actually never been a big fan of 40 cal. It just seemed like a poor compromise. And really, this is my go-to. These are my go-tos. And so, yeah. Hi, my son, William. We love you back. Yeah, too much chat. Hey, Bear, 45 or 9 millimeter? How about both? Shalom, Ozark Geek. Is there a toilet paper app for SHTF? Could that be useful? Our toilet paper app is when you think you have enough, you're completely wrong, and you need to buy 3 times that much. That's also our daily toilet paper consumption app, because we have 3 kids.
Right.
So
We have a potty training toddler that doesn't like
thank you. Yes, you may sit there.
doesn't grasp.
Bless you, brother.
how
Thank
much
you.
TP to use.
Try and survive and shalom. You guys are the family I wish mine was. Thank you. We're just human beings. Mike Woodward, shalom, brother. You're welcome. Stick them tactically onto things.
Hey, Scott.
Hey, it's Scott Brooks. Giggity. Shalom. Yes, that's critical. It's critical duty. $15 minimum wage. I've never
Jimmy
seen.
Biscuits.
There's a Jimmy
No,
Biscuit.
somebody called me Jimmy Biscuits.
Oh.
I think it was an autocorrect.
Oh, okay,
I
Jimmy.
hope so.
Sorry, Jimmy.
Yeah.
357 SIG is expensive and does pretty much what other handgun rounds do. Okay, all the things. I throw my bullets at target practice for ease of recycling. I like that. $15 minimum wage. Where has it worked? The problem is, frankly, it's the devaluation of the US dollar, which means we need to have an economic reset, which sucks. Yeah. Fiat currency, it's just not good, man. But if you legislate that the minimum wage is going to be $15, as we've seen, people will automate around that requirement. And then, Bub, that is the most distracting way anybody's ever eaten ice cream. People will legislate, or I'm sorry, they will automate around that requirement, and then goods and services increase in price to reflect the new actualized minimum wage. So nothing actually changes other than now everybody's getting paid more money, but everything costs more money. So I don't know. I think it's probably much more an issue of macro worthless currency than it is on micro disparity in wages and cost of living. And I'm not a big fan of legislating anything ever at all. So, I don't know. And I do think that in a lot of cases when people say, well, minimum skills, minimum wage. Yes. I don't even know who that was. Patrick, thank you. Yeah, you can send me the details, ntxmag@gmail. I'll look at it. I'll have my peeps look at it. So, on the one hand, yeah, minimum skills, minimum pay. But on the other hand, a denarius for a day's wages, right? Like, we don't even actually have money anymore. We have paper that the government mandates has value. So I think it's just a matter of the entirety of the system being broken. And until you fix the macro issue, you can't legislate your way out of it on the micro. So that's kind of where I stand on it. It sucks. But another thing that I'll add for sure, for real, is way too many people are absolutely convinced they have to stay where they're at. And I totally reject that. History is in large part the story of people moving about the face of the earth. You gotta go, you just have to, at some point, you just have to go from where you are to where you need to be. So.
That's not clean.
And the chat grew its own legs and ran away. Check that out.
I know.
Yeah.
You really gotta say, like, it's impossible to read everybody's comments.
Grandma
So
Ginger, shalom.
if you ask something and we don't answer it or reply,
Puka. Oh, I keep greeting you too, but the chat flies by. I don't know how to slow it.
neither do we. 'Cause, yeah, I can barely.
Bless you.
Scan it.
Thank you, Puka. Bear, they all about potty paper tonight. Yeah, I don't know. It's New Year's. Everybody's been drinking. And
So
then
a roll a day.
Cameron, you too. Bless you.
And then however many days you're prepping for.
Bradley, let's talk about that. The right piece of land. Yeah. Okie, shalom. Bonecaster, bless you. Here's the deal. The right piece of land, I don't know anybody who's, like, even when we knew that we were supposed to be here, there ain't nothing right about this place, except for the fact that we're here and it's where the Father wants us to be. There's so much work that has to happen here. I mean, we call this place Atlanta almost for a reason. Like, this place is just, there's nothing right about it other than the fact that we're here trying to make it right. Richard White, shalom.
Hold on.
So it's like when people are like, hey, how do I build the right mag? The answer is you don't build the right mag, you build the right now mag, because everything's fluid. People come, people go. do I have a well? I got 3 of them. Sister Renee, bless you. Vid on growing coffee or tea. I will try. Your take on 22s. I've got a couple videos on that, and the long and short is I think they're great for teaching marksmanship and for small game, but I will not bet my life on it. So, Scott McKenzie, hello.
Which I kill all sorts of things with the 22.
Yeah, you kill them all the time. Guess who keeps burying them? Terminator Reina Restitutu Salutum.
What?
Back at you, bro. The Turgeon, shalom. Great, that is the biggest part. Grim Kotzi, it's... Sometime... Hey, Tommy, when you come up this way, please don't be a stranger. Reach out to me, brother. Let's talk. Yeah, McMikey, I'm in. The Bear Independent lottery pool is happening. Gary, don't be so cranky. It's okay. We only invite the good people. The Repentant Yankee. Is 357 too much for Armadillo? No. I love y'all. It's Cassie and Rob. That's awesome. No, it's not. It's the perfect round. Definitely use it. You might want get a sponge and a poncho because you're gonna need them. But definitely use that. Oh boy. Anyway. Splat. More like. What would it take for Bear to shave the beard? Why don't you answer that? How many times have
Never.
you seen my chin?
Yeah, never. Never ever. 9 years. I've said, hey, let me just see it once. Like, it'll be full by that night. Let me just get a sneak peek. And he's like, nope, never. Not happening.
Yeah. I mean, I shaved this morning, and, you know, I mean, it's just...
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess, like, we could pull Aspen over here, and you could see probably what he would look like if he did shave.
That's true.
Cute little butt chin, and yep.
Yeah, I do have a butt chin. There's definitely a butt right here. But, oh boy, is the chat out of hand? I must go. Bye, Ralph. We will miss you. We'll miss you. That part too. My 16-year-old son has never seen my face. My 22-year-old was too young to remember. I love it. Bear needs no hair. It's like a hairless cat. No. Negative. Bear for president, eh? Okay. How about a tactical sermon conference? Unite us, Bear. You know, Thomas, I've been thinking about that, and suffice it to say that I do have a team of people, and it is something that we've discussed, and don't hold your breath, but don't give up either. How's that for an answer? Bear for President 2024. You really do want the SHTF. You want all the cards stacked against me if you want me in 2024. Wow. Be like, listen, guys, here's the deal. 90% of us are going to die. I love all of you, but 90% of us are going to die. So, what would our slogan be? Good luck?
Right?
Bear for President 2024. Good luck.
You shouldn't die.
What?
I said you shouldn't die. Okay, let's see.
Bear for President.
Oh.
We would have a much different government if Bear was president. Billy Bird, what's up?
Dad,
Yes.
did you know the president can have any pet they want?
The president can have any pet they want. Don't die. Bear for president. Do the things. That's a good one.
What kind of pet would you have if you could have any pet?
A bear.
Probably a velociraptor. I would get
Chicken?
No,
Yeah, we got
I would
plenty of
I would
those.
get that guy from Jurassic Park
With the amber.
with that mosquito and the
Uh-huh.
amber, and I'd like, I want an actual velociraptor. If we can do it, I'm sure we can do it.
Or so they can just make it out of robot.
Yeah, or I could just have like Raytheon make me a robot velociraptor. Either one is fine. And in fact, if we have a robot velociraptor, I could put like an M134 on its back and be like, this is the presidential security detail. Robotic velociraptors with M134s on their back. And yeah, it'd be fun. And I wouldn't, instead of having the beast as the presidential limo, I would just ride one. Cha! Let's go. Like, take this, Russia. You know, like bouncing into a meeting with Putin. Like, yeah, you're cool and all, KGB. I have robotic velociraptors with machine guns on their back, so we win. Yes.
I'd dig a rip moat around the White House.
Viruses.
Hackers and viruses?
Yeah.
Well, we wouldn't have any of that. I'm guessing that all that's gone. If we just, yeah.
I'd have hippos.
You'd have a hippo? What would you?
I'd
What
have
would
a
you
herd
do?
of hippos.
What would be your platform? You know how like every first lady has like a platform? You know, like Michelle Obama was like, "Hey, I'm a guy and I have great arms and I want kids to eat right and exercise." What would yours be?
Death penalty.
Death penalty? What would you do with the death penalty?
Like, we need to kill more.
Oh, you want
MFers.
more of it.
Yeah.
You don't actually want to get rid of it.
No, like the
You-
whole like sitting on death row for 20 to 40 years. No, like firing squad, put them out there as soon as they're sentenced. Bam, 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 you're dead. Move on.
Dig it. Freaking sharks, yeah.
So melt around the White House with sharks.
Pressure treated lumber. That's nice. No life sentence. Yeah. He's thinking about being president. No, y'all are thinking about me being
Right.
president. There's a difference. Get Gary from Fard. Hami 2032. Kill him faster.
I just think so much of the way the U.S. does stuff is just absolute BS. Like, I mean, okay, like for instance, like the homeless.
You can't kill the homeless.
No.
Okay.
But like you have all these cities that are building like these, tent or like tiny house,
Tent cities for
right?
the homeless.
Like little sanctuaries for the homeless, and like I'm fine with that, but they better be working.
I just think if you're going to
Like-
put that much effort into the infrastructure, how about actually rehabilitate people?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
yeah.
they need to be doing something to better themselves, and y'all are ridiculous.
This is starting to get dangerous. Like,
Right.
Apparently, we're going to be written in on ballots now. Like, this is shalom, shalom, none your biz.
But yeah, it just irritates me, and our prison system is another one that just really
Try and survive in
irritates me.
slow, man.
Y'all should be president.
And
Y'all should be?
Yeah.
No residents?
One of y'all should be president.
I'm going to run. I'll get in for 8 years, and then you run and get in for 8 years, and then we'll have. Well, I mean, it'll
we'll
be.
take this country by storm.
Listen, post SHTF, are we still worried about term limits, or is it just like, he's doing a good job? I got other things to worry about.
Why is there term limits? Like, if we have a good person, why don't we just roll with it? Saying.
Bless you, William.
That's not fair.
Because the people change, and it gives an opportunity for the change in people to change.
Fine, whatever.
Clinton, I got it. You should post that 4 or 5 more times. Got it. Dictator bear. Okay. Tell him, Aspen. Aspen, as Secretary of Defense, drink your water. It's like, Aspen, what should we do with him? He drank the water. Waterboard him? Yeah, he drank the water.
I
Okay.
told Shine, like, we need to do Dutch braids to terrorists, like, as a part of the interrogation process. Like, totally get her in charge of Dutch braids.
This is perfect because that could increase the. Think about it. Now we're gonna get the jobless rate in the inner cities down. Because we could get, like, this is perfect. We'll shut down Guantanamo. We'll transfer all those prisoners into the inner city, and they can all get weaves. and that's gonna hurt like hell, right? And then we'll assimilate them back in and be like, listen here, Farquad, like you are now, this is it, right? What, Harlan?
If they had beards, she should braid their beards.
Yeah. Yeah, she could Dutch braid their big, huge. What are the what are the?
Those are called beards.
Oh, that's not what I mean.
Gandalf?
Weaves.
Get
Oh
a
my
weave.
goodness.
Why don't you-
Yeah, you should get a weave. That's a good idea. You get a weave.
You should leave all
I
your
want my 13-year-old
Can-
to have a weave.
Can y'all put eyes on that one?
Lots of
Put eyes
pics
on
to
her.
Alkay.
Aspen,
And the toddler's doing the things.
No more letters. Mama told you that.
I take place.
Oh no. Oh no. Why are you here?
Cause I
Oh right, because you live here? Do you live here?
work for you now.
Still? Do you?
Yes.
Tell the people what you were working on yesterday.
Why don't you go
It wasn't yesterday, was it?
That was yesterday.
Well, see if
Scott Brooks
I
says
was-
Happy New Year.
Thank you. I was working on a research paper for human trafficking and organizations that help stop it.
please, bud.
Because we're doing what in springtime?
Having a mission trip and building shelters for them.
So, and you were working for Grindstone,
Yes.
which is our what?
Charity.
Our 501c3 charitable organization. Indeed. So, yeah. So she was, and she developed some really good intel yesterday. So,
There's a lot of people.
hey, Aspen, chill, kid. So, she was saying, she was like, I want to work at Brahms. And hey, go get some yonder.
Go.
She's like, I want to work at Brahms. I'm like, why do you want to work at Brahms? She's like, because you can work there when you're 14. I'm like, you can work here right now.
Tell Shiny to
And,
do my hair.
and she was like, I can? I said, yeah. Go, I need some research done. Start working up these, I need contacts, and I need context, and I need background information. And so she started working. She's like, I don't know how. I said, Google how to do a research paper, read that, and then write me one. And she did.
Actually, I didn't really read it. I just skimmed over it. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, you did good. So,
Did you read it?
yeah, I read it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's actionable. Good job.
Those are other people that should just be shot.
Oh yeah,
Oh, I thought you were talking
Oh.
about like me. I was like, huh?
child molesters. Hey, could somebody with a blue wrench make Clinton Rawls disappear, please? I'm about over this. Thanks. No, I'm not in Texas.
Scott Brooks got him.
Craig Canton, bless you, brother. Brooks, you're the
Got it.
fastest blue wrench in the West.
I don't know.
Wait, what's a blue wrench?
That means he's a special kind of weird. The blue wrench, that means that he needs a lot of work.
Who did 100?
I have no idea.
Cody
Garvin, bless you, brother. Thank you.
Fine.
Bless you, brother. That's freaking awesome. Thank you. What will happen to those who are in debt in SHTF? Well, that depends. Your debt may be deferred. If you have assets, physical assets, they will likely be seized against your debt. I would definitely recommend checking that out. Check out the Great Depression and what happened during the Great Depression. Snake Doc, what's up? Rebooted, what's up? But there was personal debt is a big deal, and in some cases there was not a forgiveness of personal debt. It was either deferred in a lot of cases, or if you had physical assets, meaning if your name was on the title to a piece of property or a vehicle, or you had investments or savings or whatever, they got seized. Okie, get after it, brother. Okie is a very good researcher as well. So I tend to like, usually it's like cool story, grain of salt with Okie. I'm like, Okie could be like, listen, there's a purple guy that lives on the moon and it doesn't actually reflect the sun. It just lights up with LEDs. And I'd be like, I believe it because Okie said so. Yeah. Aspen chill kid, whole chat stops 5 seconds. Yeah. Dad voice. You think you want Bear for president, but guess what happens when I have to use that on the whole country? Simmer down, U.S. Everybody's like, and the economy completely halted for 40 minutes today because President Bear knife-handed. Like, there's like ships sinking out in the Atlantic. They're like, we don't know what happened. Mr. Brees, shalom. Yeah, Brees gets to be a moderator for show. Mr. Brees is wonderful. Unless he takes us down from the inside. He's like, this whole time, I've been... Matthew Brady, shalom. Yeah, Jeremy, not bad. I like that. Oh, jeez. Mr. Fisher, you be the judge. Happy new decade. Barry, where's the best place in the United States to live in your opinion? Eastern Oklahoma, western Arkansas, southwestern Missouri, and to a lesser extent, southeastern Kansas, although Idaho area, Montana area, good stuff.
As far away from the coast as you as you can get, which
Bless you, Phil.
if you're coming from the west and you're coming from the east, you end up in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Can I look something up on the computer?
Yes, you may. Southwest Missouri. I meant to say Southwest Missouri if I didn't say it. Is Nebraska safe? From what? Corn and white people? Probably not.
Right.
But if you're concerned about anything else, yeah, I think so. Ozarks for sure. Thank you. Who was that? David Hepler. Thank you very much, David. There's a North Coast that's pretty nice. Yeah, but that Michigan accent, guys, let's talk about this. We gotta talk just a little bit about the Michigan accent. It's probably my number 2 behind Boston for... But other than that, I like you guys a lot. I'm just a little like, breathe. So.
Yeah, Wyoming's wonderful. Like,
Bear, please respond. Cody, what did I miss, brother? I saw your $100, dude. That's tremendous. Thank you. Knife hands are so effective, Barry. Can't be trusted. We've got some good people north of the 49th parallel, for sure. We don't have an accent, y'all do. Yeah, copy that. Jump into casa, run to the bar. What? Okay. Recovering Californian.
he said he wanted help. What?
Help out with his hands.
Oh.
Yeah, he said he wanted to help out with his hands, and the best way to go about doing that is to sign up at the website, which he and I had already discussed. I want to join your ministry. Cody, you have to sign up at the website. That is the number one way. I appreciate your eagerness. I really, really, really do. Thank you, Jim. Thank you very much. Bless you, brother. But you have to understand, the ministry is more than me, okay? It's Yah first. It's the Father first. And then there's a team of people that help me run the ministry. We have a board of directors. We have a treasurer. We have a team of people in the field, several of which are here on the channel right now. And so it's not just me. And I'll say this frankly. I tell people, they're like, Bear, I want to hang out. I'm like, cool, come see me on mission, because that's where I'll be. But don't come for me, man. Come because the Father puts it on your heart to go help people and bless people and meet their needs, right? Creepy countdown. Respond to what? We got 4,000 messages in the last 10 minutes. So sign up at the website, and you will get the same email blast. I'm just getting distracted now. Sign up at the website, bearindependent.com. There's precisely, Team Yah, exactly, Sister Renee. There's exactly 0 A's in the word independent, bearindependent.com. And there's a tab on the menu called Doing Good. And on there, you can sign up to get the email blast for missions, to volunteer your time, to donate, to pray, to help facilitate with the material needs that we have. And that's all done through an email blast. We do not, we don't spam you, we don't sell you anything, we don't sell your info. It's just so that we can communicate. Lewis, shalom. Yeah, copy Scott Brooks. We'll get there. All right, creepy countdown. Listen, man, here's the deal. If I'm in the middle of talking about serving the kingdom, and this is probably for everybody to understand, my priorities in life go the Father, my family, serving the kingdom, and then preparedness. So if I'm talking about serving the kingdom, preparedness goes on hold for a minute, okay? So if you want to join the mission, not because I'm me, but because the Father convicts y'all, bless you, Earl's daughter, you're freaking tremendous. For example, there's another absolute badass for the kingdom. Puzzleman, there's another one. Bless you, brother. Come and serve, bearindependent.com, click the Doing Good tab, sign up for the missions email blast, and that's where all of the information goes, okay? And that's how I communicate with people about that, because it's way too big for me to try and manage on my own. Now, paracord grenade. I have no idea. I've never owned. Amen, Tony John. I've never owned a paracord grenade. No, I'm not going to the Virginia rally on the 20th because I have 3 businesses, a ministry, a family, a homestead, a tribe, a church, and a mag. And I didn't know about it. And I also am saving my money to go serve the kingdom to save people from sexual assault and human trafficking. And while I absolutely stand with Virginia, and I do not want to see any tyranny and any infringement on your rights, if I was there, nothing would change. There is nothing that would be any different if I was there. So, no, I will not be there, and that's not a dig at anybody who will be there, but I won't be there. So, our attention is elsewhere at the moment. Paracord grenade. I have no idea. I've never owned one. I have no idea what's in it. I think the paracord obsession is a little I have lots of paracord, but I don't. My favorite thing that I have, a paracord I got from the local American on mission in Florida. And it's a paracord bracelet. And it's not because it's a paracord bracelet. It's because of who gave it to me and why and in what context. So what I would tell you to do is buy it for $20, take it apart, and go walk out into the woods with it and determine whether or not it's actually worth something. You can email me a link. I get 800 to 1,000 emails a day. I'll try and look at it. Does being set apart mean that we should not participate in protests? That's entirely up to you, man. Asymmetrical preparedness, shalom. I'll tell you this. If the Father puts a check in your spirit, honor it. If you don't feel like you should be there, then you shouldn't. If you just feel it in your gut that I really need to be there, honor it. I'll say this. While I absolutely abhor tyranny, that system that's crumbling is not our system. It's the system we're to be set apart from in the first place. And I hate that we have to deal with it. We have to live under it. We have to be subjected to it. We have to play in it. We have to participate in it to some degree. We have to pay tribute to it. I have to honor it, unfortunately, with my blood, sweat, and tears and my revenue. But I hate it. I hate it. And it's not a coincidence that this channel is called Bear Independent. And that this beautiful woman next to me was like, call it bear independent because you're trying to be as independent from it as possible. And so if the Father convicts you with his Ruach HaKodesh, his Holy Spirit, that you need to be there, go be there. But if he doesn't, I wouldn't. And that's just me. I can't say what's right or wrong for you, but that's how I tend to conduct myself. And you can ask my wife. I do a lot of things where I'm like, babe, I don't know why I'm doing this, but I'm doing it. Or I don't know why I'm not doing this, but I am not doing this. Simply because it's the conviction of my heart. And I honor the Holy Spirit that puts that conviction there. Harlan, turn that phone down a little bit, please. Thank you. Whew. Preacher Bear, have a good evening. What's the Holy Spirit? The Ruach HaKodesh, the Comforter, delivered 50 days after Yeshua ascended to the heavens during following his earthly ministry. The Spirit. So, what do you got to add? You're awful quiet over there. You're just reading the comments.
I am just reading the comments. I mean, my thoughts on Virginia is it's just like when anything else happens in any other state, I feel it's a call on those citizens. You know, citizens of other states should show their support if they believe in the cause, but I believe that Virginia as the state should be coming together as a whole. And in doing that, it will make that state that much stronger.
I agree.
And if you have a bunch of outsiders coming in, it's going to be a show, but then those outsiders are going to leave, and what are you going to be left with? So I think as far as Virginia goes, Virginia citizens need to come together, and it will be that coming together and that showing of force that makes a difference.
I agree, and I think it's much more valuable that the powers that be in Virginia see Virginia citizens going, hell no. That it's to look at and see, however many, we'll just say 100,000 Virginians that are like,
Right.
because they're directly accountable to those people. If we brought a contingent from Oklahoma, that would be cool. Like my wife said, sooner or later, we're going home.
Right.
Now, if shots are fired and it's the first shot in the Second American Revolution, that's a whole nother story. Yeah. That is a whole nother story. And I really don't believe the government wants that. Because that is a can of worms. Holy cow, that's a can of worms.
Yeah, I feel right now it's just a whole bunch of people talking smack. Like, nobody's thrown that first punch yet. And when that happens, that's a different story. But right now, it needs to be Virginians coming together to support the better good of Virginia.
It's kind of like when two groups of kids in middle school or high school both go out and onto the playground or the parking lot after school because two kids are going to fight. And there's two factions, and there's a representative from each faction, and they're going to fight. Now, if the other side, a whole bunch of kids jump in and the fight gets uneven, oh no, I'm here with my boys. And now instead of 1-on-1, it's 10-on-10, right? And so that's kind of how I feel like my boy's in a fight or he's about to be in a fight, and I'm standing back and watching to see what happens. Is it going to be a fair fight? If not, there's a whole bunch. There's 49 other guys standing there watching going, let's see how this goes.
Right.
Because if we need to jump in and kick some ribs and stomp some skulls, so be it. Figuratively speaking, of course. That's how I feel about Virginia right now. So, Mike, does the Second Amendment, here's what I would say. Mike Burcham, does the Second Amendment sanctuary counties make any difference if the state laws are passed? I think if you're going to say that, then I would say supremacy clause, bro. Do the state laws outlawing, SB 16, SB 18, SB 64, do they matter if the Constitution says shall not be infringed? I don't know. We're going to find out.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where I'm at with it is nobody knows. I definitely don't know. You know? Governor Northam doesn't know. The president of the Oath Keepers doesn't know. Nobody knows. And so I don't even feel like there's much more that I can say that's informed on the subject than what I've already said. The rest is just conjecture and opinion.
Right.
It's not going to add anything. There's nothing that I can add to the conversation other than we're going to see. We're going to see. And I think it's really important that Virginians stand up for Virginians, for Virginia, like you said. Just like in Oklahoma, man, if we had something going down like that, it would be imperative that Oklahomans would stand up and go,
Band together.
Not just
Right.
no, but hell no.
Yeah.
Not just no, but hell no. We're not doing this.
For the better part, Virginia has done that.
Oh, absolutely.
They have
Great point.
made a show that we're not going to put up with this crap.
Everybody in the world
Yeah.
knows. I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah. And so I think it has, residents of Virginia have made it known, and they have come together like with these rallies and with the community meetings, that this isn't gonna, we're not just gonna bend over and let this happen. So I think that's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic that they're making a show of force. And now it's just kind of a waiting game on, I think the government of Virginia is very quickly realizing that it's not going to be quite as easy
Oops.
as they may have thought.
Oops.
Right.
Yeah, that $250,000 allocated as emergency funding to help round up weapons, it's gonna take a lot more than that.
Right.
Hombre.
And so now it's just going to come down to waiting and seeing what the state of Virginia decides to do next.
I think you put a roofie in my moonshine.
I did no such thing.
I'm pretty sure you did. Also, it's about 1,000 degrees in here.
It's twisty.
It is toasty. Could you untoasty it? You know what? You talk to the people. You're on a roll. I'll be right back.
No, I'm not.
You're on a roll.
I'm done with my roll.
Shabba-dabba-doo. Cosby shine. Oh, man. Any UN thoughts? Yeah, they're scumbags, and I hate their guts.
No, they were talking about Virginia bringing in the UN.
Do we have any brownies?
No.
We go to Pizza Hut and get
No.
some brownies.
No.
Are you high on drugs? Can we go to Pizza Hut and get some brownies? The 13-year-old said.
No.
You need to go pee in a cup. I think you're high on drugs. Get out of here.
I want brownies.
Is Alan a troll? Does Alan need to go?
Probably.
I'm hiring in New York. Where's
Okay,
Alan?
See you later, guys.
Yeah, you have a good one. Nope, you can't.
Well, and that's the thing, too. There's so many, you have conspiracy theorists, you have so many people are talking it's just a whole bunch of yappy
Yeah,
and
you got this.
possibilities
I'll be right back.
of what might happen. What are we gonna do if they do this? And and people are making those assumptions like facts, like this is gonna happen, and that's not the case. It's a bunch of unknowns as to who's the woman. I'm his wife, Homie. So, y'all just don't see that much of me. I'm on Patreon. But so many people are just talking, and that's why I said it's right now it's just a waiting game on what's going to happen next. Does Virginia actually bring in the UN? That changes the scenario. Do they proceed at their own state level with trying to do gun confiscation? That changes the scenario. So, but we don't know. All we know is what is happening currently.
Get out of my seat, druggie.
Someone donated $5 for that thing that it was.
So yeah, we just wait and we see.
If the UN does take the battlefield on American soil, that is an invading army. Act appropriately. That's all I'm saying. What made you start a YouTube channel? That is a great question. You want to unpack that a little bit? You tell them the story from your perspective, because I've told it a few times. I don't know if you've ever told it.
So there were
Plus, I want to see how bad you lie about all this. But anyway, go ahead.
So there were a couple of people that Barry used to watch on YouTube that while he was standing in the kitchen, he would just constantly complain about the information that they were giving, how they were going to kill people with their bad info. And so one night, I don't know if he was serious or if he was joking, but he was like, I need to have a YouTube channel. Like, these people are really going to kill somebody, and I need to be telling them, like, the right way.
Aaron Martin, shalom, brother. Don't tell anybody. Shh, don't tell anybody.
And I basically said, well, do it. Do it. Like, if you're so pissed off at these other people and you can do better, then do better. So... Somebody's throwing out names. See, I didn't say a name. So he did. And
it was terrible.
He had been doing it for like maybe a week or 2 weeks. And one day I was like, okay, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to watch, what's he doing? And he has grown so much. I got like a minute into the video and I was like, this is a bunch of horse honky. Like, he sucks. And he came home from work that day and we were standing in the kitchen. I was like, babe, I'm going to tell you something. I've got something I need to tell you that's probably going to piss you off. So just hear me out. Let me say it and, then you can have at it. And so I told him, I watched you, and your video sucks.
Yep.
And he did. I mean, you could see the defeat and on his face.
It was like this.
Yeah. He was all butthurt. And, I went into more detail that, we always work as a team, like when we were contracting, and everybody loved both of us, but everybody loved T when they met him. And I said, that's what you have to bring across to people is people love you in person. They love the interaction. You're funny, you're serious, you're emotional. And people love that about you. So you have to do your job. If you want to be successful, you have to bring that across to the camera. And you can kind of see, like, if you scroll back through the 1,000 videos
1,400.
and watch his first one,
They're terrible.
and then watch his now.
That first video is
Yeah.
gonna have like a bajillion
This
views
is a
now.
challenge. Y'all go back
I should
and
repost
comment
that, yeah.
now on the old video.
It's terrible.
And
It's
it was
terrible.
bad. So, but he listened,
Yep.
and now look where he's at.
So, y'all can thank her.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
I'm really like the mastermind behind the scenes.
It's all you.
Yeah.
It's all you. It's all you. It's all you. I know.
Good night.
Who's going to bed?
He said his wife was yelling.
Oh.
Well, he might have been saying I'm yelling because I
Oh.
was talking kind of loud.
It's because you drunk. No, you're not drunk. You had a glass of wine.
It's New Year's Eve,
It is New Year's Eve, isn't it?
and we're at home.
That's a good point. Do a then and now video. So how much did she lie about? That's pretty accurate. Pretty accurate. Carlos Mendoza. El Shalomo, hombre. Mike McDonald, bless you. Let's see. That's pretty accurate. I'd say it's pretty accurate. It was a Canadian prepper video that I happened to, like, I never subbed to that guy, but it popped up, and it was like, literally like 12 reasons why your dog could become pregnant and then get murdered during SHTF. And I was like, this effing guy, like, come on. Like, people, my conviction was that good people are going to be watching this information because they can't get it. They can't get an alternative anywhere else. And they're going to die because they're taking this guy's information as gospel without realizing that really that guy's information is a sales funnel designed to be entertaining. And also it's kind of a social experiment masquerading as a guy monologuing in front of a green screen. And so I got pissed. And I was like, I need to do something about this. And this is the same thing that, see, when I started playing drums in worship band at church, following Yeshua, bless you, brother. When I started playing drums, the pastor, the second or third time we were at that church, comes up to me in the hallway and he goes, hey, brother, we've been praying for a drummer for a long time, and I understand you're a drummer. And I was making this face. I was like, don't touch me, right? He's like, we've been praying for a drummer for 2 years. Would you prayerfully consider it? And I'm like, man, I've been in the church long enough to know that prayerful consideration from a pastor is a direct order, right? And I'm like, oh, this guy played the prayerful consideration card. And I said, yeah, I'll think about it, all right. And so I go home, and I'm sitting on the couch, and I'm like, I don't want to do it. She's like, then don't do it. I'm like,
I think I kind of said maybe like quit bitching about it if you're not
no,
going to do something.
this is what happened. This is what happened. I was like, I don't want to do it. She's like, don't do it. I said, but I think I should. Well, then do it. But I don't want to. She's like, well, then don't. And she's like, well, you need to quit. Yeah. And I was like, okay, fine. I said, I know how I'll fix this. I will email the pastor a bunch of video links of me playing drums in metal bands back in the day, and that'll fix him. So I picked a half a dozen video clips of me like just like blast beating, like corpse paint, blast beats, double kick drums, just like crazy. I was like, they will never ask me to play drums in this church again. One less problem. Well, he forwarded that to the worship leader. I come to find out later that everybody in this band had all, like, they were all like into hard rock and heavy metal. Mad Celt Shalom. And so he emails it to the worship leader, and he's like, oh, hell yeah, get this guy. And so 20 minutes later, I got an email back. It's like, you're in. It's like, why? So that's how I started playing drums in the worship band. And that's pretty much how I started on YouTube as well. I love God, but sometimes I have a potty mouth.
Oh, I have a horrible mouth.
I'm with you.
I tried to watch it sometimes, but
David M. Shalom. Space Racer, bless you. Thank you. Green tips aren't ideal. It depends on what you mean by ideal. They're slightly prone to... They have slightly less accuracy because they have a steel core, and the steel core isn't centered when the bullet is cast, so that can cause it to do a little bit of wobbling. But you're definitely going to get minute of forehead out to 300 meters with it without a problem, as long as you're running a decent rifle. So, and then when it came to this preparedness stuff, I was like, man, I don't know everything, but I know some stuff, right? And so I'm going to do this. And she's like, well, then do it. I was like, fine, maybe I will. So then I shot a video, John Slatton, hola, brother. And then it sucked. And the point here in all of this is that she had the balls to say, babe, I love you, but this sucks. You need to do something better. And so I did. And really,
I just had a thought. Why is Canadian prepper even a thing? It's not like Canadians ever do anything.
don't say
Like,
that. Crazy
well,
Canuck.
I mean, like, they don't, like, they're
Longest
not, like,
sniper
in the...
sniper shot in history. Maple syrup. Mike Holmes.
I know. They,
Holmes on
like,
Holmes?
They have a
That
lot
was mean.
going
Take it back.
for... I take it back. But, like, they don't, like, get in the, you know... Like, what are they prepping against?
It's
Same
cold
thing.
there.
The Ice Age?
You know what? I can sum this the Ice Age. They're prepping against the Ice Age. Okay, here's how you be a Canadian prepper.
Canadians.
Cut firewood and stock food. Next. So,
Canada is a homestead. It is a great big old homestead.
yeah.
There's a lot of sparseness.
They're
in
good at
Canada.
apologizing. James Adams. McAdams. Shalom, brother. So, the point to illustrate in this, no, Canadians are not wimps. Geez, see what you started?
Sorry, I take it all back.
See what you started?
I take it
I'm
back.
going to get a bunch of angry emails now. Be like, we're mad at you, eh? I'm like, I'm sorry, guys. I didn't know. What's this all about? Anyway.
They do protect Alaska.
Yeah, they got that going.
Yeah. I guess they're like our big brother.
So, try
Yeah,
living
they-
in Frozen, too.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
Jason, I don't know. The internet. I found her on the internet.
But I mean, he's not even like roughing it. He's like Urbian Canadian.
Urbian.
Urbian.
So, you know, guys, the way I'm going to survive this here SHTF apocalypse is I'm going to get some of these panels, you know, and I'm going to bolt them right onto my Tundra. And then this way, when the balloon goes up, you know, don't worry about the EMPs because I've got all this solar power now, you know, and I can charge up my flashlight, which I'm going to need because the sun goes down pretty early around here. So anyway, yeah, you should go to CanadianPrepper.ca and you should buy all my stuff. I made this roll. It's just a roll, but you put all your tools in there. And then when you're out bushcrafting in the wilderness, you know, you can, you take a little hatchet or an axe or something, and you can bushcraft you a little shelter so that you can survive the apocalypse, you know, with your solar panels because you got them. Because, you know, as long as you have a 4-wheel drive truck, you can drive out there into the wilderness and pretty much just live in that. And since I'm not allowed to have a gun, I do have this crossbow. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. You can get it at my website. Sorry. Did I? And subscriber numbers just... Oh, gosh. What? I'm not making fun of Canadians. Mom's making fun of Canadians. We love you, our brothers and sisters above the 49th parallel, okay? That's perfect. You're probably doing an accent, but I don't hear it in Wisconsin. Oh, that's great. That dog needs to quit farting underneath the table. That is terrible. It smells like a dump
That
truck.
goulash you got.
It smells like a garbage truck caught fire underneath my table. Oh my goodness. Another glass of wine.
Yeah, I can breathe again.
Oh, right. Oh my gosh. Bless you guys. We're just going across for some fries and gravy, sir. Oh my goodness. Wow.
Do you need to dim the lights?
Can we make like I want a bonnet made of ice cubes. Or like a Roman helmet made out of solid ice would be great. If you have one lying about, a boot. If you have one lying about, Where's my liter of cola? I don't have it. Yeah, poutine, right? Come on, poutine. That's all I gotta say. Whiskey, they got that going for them. Maple syrup. Snipers. No, snipers, not diapers. Moral and ethical home repair people. Soak a beanie and throw it in the freezer. That's a good idea. Hockey, they got hockey. Yeah, there we go.
Just some peas and
Oh,
carrots.
that feels good. Knife hand, broken hand.
Right? Yeah, pretty solid.
That's
I
pretty
wouldn't-
solid.
I wouldn't do that.
Might have suffered a minor fracture to the metatarsal. No biggie. That feels pretty good. What if I'm getting the flu right now, live on camera?
Manuka honey and colloidal silver.
This feels good. All right. Hot knives. Canadian bacon. We don't do that. That's just ham anyway. Trying the Altoids thing to kick chew. Any other tips? Yes. GC phase probably. Quitting snuff was the... Man, I quit cigarettes like that. I was like, this is stupid. I'm done. Quitting snuff was really, really, really hard. So first of all, it takes like 21 days to establish any new habit. So I'm a big fan of replacements. So replace that one habit with something else. I was a big fan of the fake snuff, like what was that stuff called? Smoky Mountain fake snuff.
Yeah, dried kudzu.
Dried kudzu root. I still occasionally say occasionally, that's a lie. I really like sunflower seeds. Grandma Ginger. But I needed something else to put in my lip other than tobacco. Flu tube.
No, it's peas and carrots.
Peas and carrots. Like, I want it like here. That's better. That's nice. Yeah, it sucks, but it's better than face cancer. So that's the, you know, it's kind of a trade-off here.
Kudzu actually does have like some health benefits.
Oh, yeah, the cracked black pepper seeds are tremendous. So, yeah, other than that, and then just do it. Just do it. Don't buy a can. Don't, like, if you have, like, a bailout can somewhere, like, that's my last pinch for a bad day, you already lost because you're going to have a bad day and you lose. Don't let your buddies offer you some. Don't buy some. Don't even look at it when you go into the gas station. Nothing. Just stop. You don't do that anymore. And a big part of that is just realizing I don't do this anymore. Mm-hmm. Like, this is just not something I do anymore. Like, I don't play drums in metal bands anymore. I don't blow lines of coke and drink handles of bourbon anymore. Like, I don't, you know, fornicate and act like a heathen anymore. These are just things I don't do anymore, right? Sounds horrible. Yeah, I know. I'm pretty boring now. But I was super cool back in the day, man. Mm-hmm. So, anyway. Oh, snuff, yeah. So you were no fun then. Yeah, I got lots of cool stories, though. What's the population density you were looking to stay under when you're looking, what's your cutoff? I get that question a lot, and it's a fair question because I've really never clarified, but really it's more of a feel than anything. We're about an hour from a good-sized city, and we're about 15 minutes from a little town. And so in that, we have an actual population density of about 10 people per square mile, although we just got some new neighbors, so I guess it's about 12 people per square mile now. But you could probably go up to 20, 30, maybe 50 people per square mile, depending on what the population, what the land actually looks like, without much of an issue. One of the things that people really don't take into consideration, though, is they don't do an area study before they relocate. Now, granted, we really didn't study this area. We studied the region. But there's no major military bases here. There's no major critical infrastructure or industry here that would make it a wonderful target for an enemy. We're just not that special. There's no good reason why somebody would want to wipe us off the face of the map. So that helps. I'm not saying you should avoid military bases because there's lots of different types of military bases. You know, there's tier 1 targets and there's tier 7 targets. You know, if there's a, you know, National Guard base near you, that's one thing. This guy moved to Wyoming. Hey, Scott, get Zach. I don't like him. Thank you. Well, here's the thing. In the middle of the country, it's not, where do you go that you're not near a military base, right? And so that's what I mean is like there's military bases, then there's military bases. You know, Camp Lejeune, right? Like, Sister Renee, yeah, all my Torah observant friends chose to move there, so it's easy for me. You're right. I would really look at, yeah, I think Zach is Canadian Prepper's name. Thank you, Repentant Yankee. This was you, by the way. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So.
Thank you, Walmart. This
Thank
was
you.
by the
Thank
way.
you, Walmart.
Yep.
Yeah. So not Crown. Lead slingers. Lead is the best words ever. Lead slingers. Why do we need body bags? He is good people. So.
Oh.
Good job. Thank you, Walmart. Yeah, but even avoiding the poison of tobacco, man, I mean, I feel much better with no tobacco. I mean, and listen, I smoke a pipe occasionally.
Right.
There is no doubt in my mind that S has an effect on me. It gets me buzzed.
Yeah.
I like it. But it's nice
Being
to unwind.
dependent on something, no matter if it's alcohol, if it's tobacco, if it's
Preach it, sister.
Coke, if it's
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
you're not all in control, and I think that's I'm gonna throw something out here that's probably gonna oh my gosh. I'm a smoker.
Really?
I know. Yep.
You are? Mm-hmm. Get away from me.
I know. But all of my other addictions, and I've had a lot, I have kicked no problem. Tobacco, whole nother story. And I don't know if it's just because...
Lines of Little Debbie mess me up. Me too. FM22, shalom. Go ahead.
And I don't know if it's just because it's like that last vice that I have. But something about it, it's just been really, really hard to try and kick.
Somebody just realized that I have tattoos. Just a couple of really big ones. Some people have some little ones. Mine are just enormous.
Yeah. But yes, the reliance on anything, outside of what your body truly needs, that is no bueno. So.
It is better than meth. Ron, you're absolutely right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
People go watch the last 200
So.
hours of videos, right?
Yeah.
Coffee? Oh, yeah, we drink coffee. Oh, boy, did we drink coffee.
But see, I don't drink any soda.
Soda.
Soda. I don't drink no soda pop.
I don't be drinking that soda pop, you know. I'm allergic to caffeine. Bless you, brother. I'm sorry to hear it. Probably 8.5, brother. It's good. Thank you. I gotta wait for to come home before I can drink. Oh, gotcha. Bacon was easier to quit. I'm not giving up coffee. No way, bro. I am not giving up coffee at all. We prep coffee so much. All the coffee. We had I was buying materials for the deck, what will become the covered porch, and Water, Mike Burcham, and I stopped at Dunkin' Donuts because that's like a New York thing, right? And so I'm standing in line, and I get up to the counter, and I order, and I'm waiting in line, and the guy behind me goes, "Hey, give me a large coffee." And I turned around, and I was like, "Where are you from?" And he goes, "The North." And I said, "I know. Where in the North?" "New York." "I know. Where in New York?" He goes, "Brooklyn." "Got it." And then behind him, another lady comes in and she's like, "I would like a coffee." And I'm like, "Where are you from?" She goes, "Rome, New York." And I was like, how did this happen? 3 former New Yorkers all in line at a freaking Dunkin' Donuts in Arkansas. That was wonderful. We all hung around and talked about how terrible New York is. Then went about our business. It was great. 4 bodies. My Navy recruiter was like that, stationed in Little Rock. What kinds of coffee do you prep? Coffee makers and cream. Powdered cream, coffee makers, everything from all the electrics to all the mechanicals. We have whole bean coffee and ground coffee as well, and most of it is either in the big cans or vacuum sealed whole beans. So, yep. Accents, Mike. Yeah. What do you think the micronova the militaries are spending tremendous time? I have no idea. How's that? I have no idea. I do know that EMP Shield sent me some EMP Shield stuff because I told them on a podcast that their stuff was nonsense, and they were like, not only is it not nonsense, we will send it to you for free so you can check it out.
It is great for bartering.
And I was like, okay. So I have 3 of them, and I need to install them, and I haven't yet. So, instant coffee, Folgers, quick mix. Yeah, whatever, man. Whatever. How the hell do you test that, though? Well, see, that's the thing. They've got white papers on it, and it's basically...
That's what I said.
Do some Boston. No, I'm good, man. Here's the deal. It has to disconnect the line from the load within 10 milliseconds at, what was it? At 40,000 volts. And it disconnected in 1 millisecond, I think, at 230,000 volts, like 30 some times. And my thing was, oh, it probably cannibalizes the connection. It sees the voltage, the connection burns up, and then that's it. It's done. But it doesn't. It's like almost, it's got to be like a electromagnetic switch that monitors the voltage. And when there's a spike in voltage, it pops that switch like a contactor switch you see in large electrical equipment, 3-phase motors and all that. It's a contactor switch is what I think it is. But I haven't torn one apart to look at it yet. But I intend to. I'll probably violate all their patents and I'll get sued and, you know, whatever. But I do appreciate the fact really, I like the fact that they were like, not only are we not full of crap, we will send you some for free so you can look at them and tell us we're not full of crap. And I was like, that's cool. I appreciate that. I like companies that do business like that. What are we knowing at? What's wrong with zombies? Are there zombies? Should I make a 300 black part of my prepper gun cabinet? Unless you have a pallet of ammo. And by the way, blessings to all of my Bear Nation people who were instantly like, no. So, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, 556 for the win. Totally. Are my peas ready?
I don't know.
What? What's going on? My opinion on California, it's beautiful there. Now get the hell out.
Yeah.
How's that for an answer? Any YouTube videos of you playing drums? There's a handful on my channel. There's one here, I think, called Can Bear Still Jam? What are you looking at?
I'm looking at all the comments. They go by so quick.
I know.
I feel like we're leaving so many people out.
I drink coffee with 2 water. I don't know what that means. Tap water.
Yeah.
Opinion on South Florida. Where can you bug out to? It's like California. It's beautiful there. Now leave.
Inside an alligator?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Kill
This
one.
is my EMP-proof SHTF crocodile. It does well in brackish water, so I can take it into the Atlantic or
Right.
out into the Gulf. It's pretty cool. It's got a 1 horsepower motor, and by that I mean it has 4 arms and legs. And I put together a little harness that I ride on its back. It's wonderful.
Because it's like in a populated area, anywhere that you're thinking about going, the rest of the population would probably end up thinking about going as well.
Here's what I would say. Have you ever tried to leave when there was a storm headed your way?
Right.
I know people in Florida who have, and it was terrible. So, yeah. Good night, Magic Prepper.
Yeah, an island.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
I'm gonna bug out to Newark, New Jersey. That's cool. How much of this story can I tell? In a hypothetical world, in a land far, far away, there was a place called Plewark, New Jersey. And in Plewark, underneath I-95, which is an interstate, there were lots of overpasses in Plewark, and there were some people who had trucking companies, and all of their last names ended in vowels, and they all kind of talk like this, you know, listen, you're gonna pay or you're gonna pay, you pick, all right? All right. And so sometimes when people didn't pay, these people would go to Plewark and they would take their trucks. And these trucks would end up underneath the overpasses, and you would go there with stacks of $100 bills, and you would buy these trucks for next to nothing. And then these trucks would end up in a warehouse, and you'd say, listen, I got a 94th Kenworth T800. You got a title? And they'd say, yeah, I do. Paint it yellow. Paint it yellow. And you'd paint it yellow, and you get a title, and now you got a brand new Kenworth. Cost you nothing because people wouldn't pay. In Plewark, New Jersey. That's all I know about Plewark, New Jersey. Okay? Okay. All right. Now we got all the phone taps and the big ears, and the NSA is listening, and I just... Yeah. How many hundreds do I need? This depends on what you want to do. Depends on what you want to do. But a nice stack, a nice stack. I mean, there was lots of people walking around with these things tucked in their waistbands in case people got out of line. You know what I mean? Ruben. Hello, Ruben. Bless you, brother. Thank you. 12 gauge with double out buck and brushy country. Hell yes. Hell yes. More than 20, less than 40 acres. Happy New Year, grandkids.
No.
We better not have grandkids. Get back in your room and stay there till you're 45. Barnes X-Tac. I just shot all of mine up. Had a
Smart
failure to
scopes.
fire.
What are smart scopes?
There are scopes that are smart. Yeah, then the cement shoes. Listen. Your opinion on the ATN digital smart scopes. Are those the ones that are tied to the trigger? Is that what you're talking about? That might be something else. I think that's, forget about it.
Ewan's.
Shalom, Ewan. C103. Shalom, brother. I love your beard. It's like 4.5 feet long. It's tremendous. If the world ever ends, we're going to weave a giant fishing net out of it, and nobody's going to go hungry. It's wonderful. Mike Burcham, bless you. Hey, yous guys. I don't know about them ATN digital scopes. I might be thinking about something else. Happy New Year. Hey, check my information page. I will put one of the team on that. Ramikez, Neekins. Beardfish. You'll love it. Believe you're going to love it. That's all I got to say. You're going to love it. Flute musician. That is. What do you think about Utah? I think it's beautiful. I think the population density is right in a lot of places. The high desert is freaking wonderful. I've really got nothing against it. There's a lot of pretty good, I mean, it's a very conservative place. Lots of good people there.
Right.
Obviously, a lot of people of faith. As I understand it, the gun laws are good. I don't know what the cost of living is like there nowadays, but there's nothing when you say Utah that makes me go, I don't know. Yeah, chat is flying tonight. Digital night vision. Okay, yes. I recommended those to a client, and they said they really enjoyed it. So, yes, that's my anecdotal input on ATN. How did you get the nickname Bear? Because much like a bear, if you piss me off, I'll rip your face off and kill you. Do you want me to donate $10? Not if you have to ask like that. I don't understand what you're saying. Weston, shalom, brother. Man, when are we going to wear Marpat again and go do mission stuff? Yo, Bear, we Patreon. Do you watch John at the Prepared Mind? You know, I've watched some of his stuff, but not a lot. You know, the fact of the matter is I watch very little preparedness stuff. I watch Pastor Joe Fox at Viking Preparedness. I watch Kyle at Survival Prepping for Normal People, and that's a relatively new Moab where the Jeeps come from.
Flute musician needs to go.
Bye, flute musician.
Thank you.
Let's see. Dylan, define future and define good idea. Who else do I watch? I watch Adapt 2030, David Dubine, which is much more about grand solar minimum than prepping. I watch Christian at Ice Age Farmer, which is much more about agriculture and grand solar minimum than prepping. I watch, let's see, I read John Mosby's blog. I support him on Patreon. The Revolting Man, I support him on Patreon.
There he goes again.
Yeah, let's kill this guy. Move in, team. Take out flute musician.
You're dead.
So, let's see. Who else do I watch?
I watch Suspicious Observers.
The Repentant Yankee, NWA Prepper. I watch them. Michael at Asymmetrical Preparedness. I watch them. Prepping in Progress. I watch that. Like all my friends. I watch all my friends' channels. Hobie909, which is now Overall Living. I watch them. What? It's going to be in Polish currency. Thank you. But promise to go to my information page and check all the links, including my Steam account. I will check it out. I guess we're going to screenshot this. Screenshotted. That's the best I can say, brother. Thank you. Sheepdog Patriot. He's awake, everybody. He's awake. Shalom,
hello.
Sheepdog. Good to see you. Michigan Shepherd. Amen. Randy, good night, brother. Leslie, Emma Dude. Copy? Sorry. The APN? Yeah. Bear, I just watched your testimony and would like to know more about God. P.S. I am a dude.
Leslie, I think you're saying he's a dude.
Gotcha.
Leslie.
Can we just delete flute musician? Like, how do we make this guy dead? Badger, you got the wrench, right? Badger's got a wrench.
Yeah.
Badger's got a wrench. Cool. A lot, apparently. It's a troll. That's cool. Tony John, bless you, brother. Let's rebuke that a-hole. You're rebuked, a-hole, in the name of Yeshua. So, I'd like to know more about God. Where do you start?
Read the Bible.
Read the Bible. Talk to him.
Yep. And look in your life where he's might have shown up. Like, because he doesn't forget about you. He's there. I think we as people just choose to ignore him. So look back at your life, the forks in the roads that you've had, the obstacles that have been put in front of you that you've overcome, and see where he's shown up, because he's been there.
You know, one of the things that I tell people when they get started, when they're like, how do I start a relationship with the Father? I like to start with thankfulness. Like, what are you thankful for? And it shouldn't be a ritual. It shouldn't be something that you, what am I trying to say here? You should genuinely be thankful. And like, for example, my back the last few days has just been really bad. You know, I've lived a hard life. I've done a lot of things, and my back's not great. And so I like to start my day praying and in my word. And so what I had been doing was praying, but on the floor with my face on the ground, stretching my back, and just thanking the Father that even though my back is excruciating, that I can still walk. So start with what you're thankful for. There's a lot of stuff we take for granted. We tend to think that, you know, and the other thing is we want to put our timeline and our expectations on Yah, on the Father. And we often forget it's not our way, it's Yahweh. So,
Yep.
there's a helicopter outside.
Yeah.
James, bless you. So, here's the thing, right? So, I pull this thing out daily. And I spend time in this thing all the time. I got all the bookmarks in here. And I asked the Father to speak to me with this. Good night. Jehoiadak, shalom, brother. Jeremy, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So I spend time in this word, and I ask the Father to show me what I need to see and to speak to me.
Amen.
So, Viking Preparedness.
Somebody asked what the difference between Viking prepping and regular prepping was, or think, or something like that.
Axes and beards.
Yeah.
It's pretty much the same thing. That's awesome. Commie-controlled territory. Bruce Filbert, shalom, brother.
Shalom.
Pulley up, Washington. Shalom. I know you love axes.
Wallop.
Pulley up, pull up.
I used to live in Millington, or not
Dookie.
Millington.
I love Viking Preparedness as well. CIA pays these trolls. They got the budget. Florida? I'd rather not. Tommy Salter, brother, bless you. We will continue to lift you up. And ale. Lots of ale. Yes, also ale. Dude, we love you back. Pew all up. Pew all up.
Yeah, it's Puyallup.
Pew all up. Pew all up. Pew. Obviously, that's what it looks like. Pew y'all up.
I'm totally drawing a blank. What's the town north of Bothell, south of Everett?
I don't know. Digital Alchemy, do you recommend
with an N.
Forward Observer's area study course? Was debating purchasing it. I've never taken his area study course. I don't know how much he charges for it, but I can tell you this, he knows his stuff. I've actually talked to Mr. Culper on the phone several times, and he's very good.
Hang on.
Don't worry about that, dude.
It's just deleting his message, though. It's not removing him.
It's, who cares?
It's weird.
Is the
He's dreaming.
the dog is dreaming about what?
I don't know.
Who cares about that idiot?
I don't know. I was just going to try and remove.
You're welcome, Digital Alchemy.
The dog's dreaming. We're not beating him.
Oh, I was like,
No.
Well, I mean, we might. Don't stretch.
why? You know, public back. Jeez.
Sorry. Good night, Melvin.
Your head's still hurt.
It's whatever. Who cares? My daughter's 3. Got her shooting at 22 already. That's awesome.
3?
I just saw this morning, I was at the local FFL, and Savage has a little tiny single shot 22 with a heavy barrel that's threaded. That thing was freaking tremendous. I know you are, Tony John. You guys are doing great. Just whatever. That a-hole's wonderful.
Yeah, it doesn't. Trust me. I've had a lot worse things said about me. Anything that guy can
The
come up
funny
with.
the funny thing about that is that if that person was here right now,
Right.
they wouldn't have the balls to actually do that in person,
Because he'd get a bullet in his face.
or we just beat him until he wished he had a bullet in his face, which is always fun, but it's whatever. It's whatever.
And that's how a lot of people on the internet operate. Is they're shielded behind
Shalom, Bubba X.
a curtain,
Mm-hmm.
and so people get ballsy when they're not actually face to face with somebody, and that's, in my opinion, what makes like a real person versus a P word.
I didn't see Dean's comment. Thank you, James. No, I didn't see Dean's comment. I don't see it now.
Right. Say it again.
James, bless you, brother. What's the best climate for prepping? Oh, about 54 degrees and sunny.
Constantly. Never fluctuating.
I don't know. I think the climate's kind of shifting, actually. I like where I am. We've both been all over the country. And I like where I'm in. I hate the snow in upstate New York. I hate the 120 degrees in the shade, literally, in Texas. No biggie.
But the one thing about here, it rains a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we knew it rained more than Texas, but I don't think we quite realized, like, just how much it rains. And, yeah, it rains a lot. Like, we're, like...
It's constant.
We're right there, like, close to Hawaii.
Yeah.
In the amount of rainfall that we receive a year.
That's nice, Breeze. Oh man, following Yeshua, that's awesome, brother. I'm glad to hear that. Hey, I was talking with brother Alex. We need to get together. Badger, my phone's kind of tied up at the moment, but sure, I will. I will afterwards. Mogwai, thank you. Arklatex Hawaii.
Pretty much.
Oh, that's awesome.
No, like my wet, like it says 63 inches of rain this year, and that was before our last rain that we got. So 63 inches. That is a ton of rain. A ton.
Yeah. Any long-term feed solutions? Man, work on improving your pasture and forage for your animals. We've been feeding our sheep and our goats privet, which is, what is it, a weed, basically? It's just brush. It just
Right.
grows up in the hedgerows. Hard wheat per 100 by me is nothing. You can't get it here. We got our wheat from 7 hours away. I'm looking at the table of contents. Why is there many books with one book? And what is the Old Testament and the New Testament? Leslie, go to our playlist and just start in Genesis 1. In the beginning, Elohim. Like, here, literally.
Beginning of the book.
We can go there super quick. Super quick, everybody. Bereshit, Genesis 1. In the beginning, Elohim created the heavens and the earth came to be formless and empty, and darkness was on the face of the deep. And the spirit of Elohim was moving on the face of the waters. And Elohim said, "Let light come to be," and light came to be. And Elohim saw the light, that it was good. And Elohim separated the light from the darkness. And Elohim called the light day, and he called the darkness night. And there came to be evening, and there came to be morning one day. Just start there and just read. Just read and just ask the Father to speak to you as you read it. And you can read along with our playlist if you like. There's many channels. JB's Homestead, Shalom. There are many channels that read the Word, and so highly recommended. People must really have nothing better to do.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, it's whatever.
That's what some people live for.
Which daughter? Have you seen my daughter? That kid is 100% mine. Really? Like, really? The toddler that lifts 50-pound feed sacks, I don't think we need a DNA test. She's tremendous. Yeah.
Kick your ass.
Yeah, she would kick your ass. Are you kidding me? That kid would wreck your world. You and your little tiny nut sack and your armchair keeper. Oh my gosh. I can guarantee you have no idea what it feels like to feel human bones breaking beneath your hands, but I do. And all I can say is I wish you were here because I would absolutely destroy you. And I have a feeling that I know who you are. And if I know who you are, then I know where you live. And I'll be going by there soon. So, anyway. Roofie Colada.
I'll be right back, peeps.
Be right back. Sounds like the Bible. What religion are you? I don't have a religion. Religions come from men. I follow what the Bible says. I keep the way, the truth, the life. So. I will. I'll pass it to you. Acts 24:14. Yep. Don't worry about flute. Don't worry about flute. Calm bear, nice bear. Florida, question mark? I'm pretty sure he doesn't live in Florida. Silent service, shalom. You can time a person out, but you can't. Yeah, that's new. What do you read from? I read from this. The scriptures. I have multiple. I don't need to. You don't need the rack of slide when there's already one in there. It probably is, James. Who cares? It's a. What translation is the scriptures? It's a brand new translation. It's its own translation. Yah's feast days. Read Leviticus 23. We have a video called Walking in Torah on our channel that you can just look up, Bear Independent Walking in Torah, that I talk quite a bit about that. So, press check. The Torah is the instruction of the Father from the mouth of Yahweh, from the Father, given to Moses for instruction, teaching, and benefit. That's what the Torah is. You're welcome. Oh yeah, I was a nut and fancy fan like when YouTube first started, man. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of Enoch, Jasher, etc. This is maybe perhaps not the platform for me to go in depth on those, although I definitely think that there's scriptural proof. The Apocrypha is awesome. I read the Apocrypha because it helps give us context, and there's a lot of interesting things that happen in there, but I think that we have everything we need to know right here. Tate, I have an entire video on it. The short answer is, A, it preserves the name of the deity. B, it's a new translation from the original source texts, so it's not been stepped on as many times. And C, the intent was to get an accurate translation that actually follows the intent of the original translations, so that it's just not, it's less adulterated. Yeah, isr-messianic.org. You don't do sacrifices to the priest anymore because, according to Hebrews, Yeshua is the high priest. Jamie Miller, shalom. Do you fear God every day? Every day, constantly. That's the beginning of wisdom if you read the book of Proverbs. Following Yeshua, amen. Grandma Ginger, bless you. I'm tired. It's been a long day. I don't even know what time it is. Reading Proverbs right now. Awesome. We've been doing Proverbs on Men's Group. I love it. I think it's been good. I think it's been very good. 9:07, what time zone? Whiskey helps with tiredness. Yeah, it does. It encourages it. David, I like it. I mean, it's a Glock 17. What is there to not like? Our time zone. Copy. Thank you. Oh, Steve. Oh, Steve. Yeah, long year. Yeah, James, I'm good. Holy times check. Yeah. Good night, Alex. You think long slide Glocks would make accuracy easier? You know, I shot the Patriot Plumber's Glock 34 in his location, which is nowhere near our location. And it was like a laser beam for me. It was like just like a laser beam. I loved it. So, but.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Oh, you shot it too?
I think so.
Yeah. Oh, you watching that bear guy on the internet? Mm-hmm. That guy sucks. Mrs. Florida Man says hello. Hi, Mrs. Florida Man.
Hello.
She's awesome. My oldest loves her. I'm not staying up until the ball drops. There's not a snowball's chance in hell. No way. We went out partying for date night last night, and by partying, I mean we went to that big town that's over there, and by 10 o'clock I was like, I love you, but let's go home. We're old. So
Thank you.
yeah, me too. Penton Yankee, bless you, brother. Shalom. Hey, I put your packages in the mail today. Happy New Year. Yeah, James, if you're at work, you should probably be awake. I don't know what you do for work, but I'm probably. I came across your videos maybe 4 to 6 weeks ago. Jamie, start at the episode 1 of the Prepper Classroom and work your way forward from there. What do you think about the new G48? We had a client out recently that we were doing basic handgun, and that person progressed from couldn't hit a paper plate at 3 yards consistently to shooting the El Prez clean in an hour and a half, which was awesome. And, you know, Honda and I haven't even told her about Chaga yet. You need to look up Chaga.
Chaga?
Chaga. My bad.
Okay, I'll be back.
Okay, look up Chaga.
Chaga.
But
Like
I
Chagas? Oh, Chaga.
see
I got it.
Charlie Hotel Alpha Golf Alpha.
We have some of that stuff. I
We
think.
do?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, we have a whole mushroom. blend.
Anyway,
think
the
it's not that
G48. I shot it. It's tiny. I mean, for me, it's tiny, but that client did a really good job with it. SIG M17, got nothing against it. Considered buying one, and I was like, why? Why do I need another 9mm pistol? B. Sterling, bless you.
Y'all look up Manuka honey.
Manuka honey.
Manuka honey.
Manuka.
It is awesome.
Sam, eat bad people. Danny Howe, good night. What handgun should I buy? Gosh. Go to the range, pick one up, and keep picking them up until they fit your hand,
No,
and then
not
go shoot it.
manure.
Not manure, Manuka.
Manuka.
I want to live near you, help. There's a process for that, and it starts with an email. Matthew Goza, shalom, brother, bless you. Congratulations on winning part of the Patreon giveaway, bro. What?
Nothing.
What?
I'm reading.
This is good. I'm gonna live
Yeah,
stream
New Zealand
me
honey.
watching my live stream on your phone. This is good. Chaka, like Chaka Khan. If you miss, you lose. Yeah, actually, we are going to keep up the live feeds. We used to do a weekly Tactical Tuesday live stream, and then I cannot explain it, but we got Verizon cell service because it was the only cell company that worked out here, and we had enough coverage to be able to live stream. And then after we got rid of our other cell phones, moved to Verizon, upped our coverage, not the policy, but our plan,
Right.
it stopped working. And I got pissed. And then, long story short, our new neighbors moved in next door. And our neighbor's like, hey, you know you got a fiber optic line on the corner of your property? I'm like, GTFO. No, we don't. And he's like, yeah, there's one right there. I'm like, no way, dude. So I call the fiber company. They're like, no, we don't have fiber optic. That's not ours. I said, well, it says your name on the conduit. And they're like, nope, it's empty. So I tell my neighbor, I'm like, they said it's empty. And he's like, oh, I talked to Debbie in the office, and Debbie says they definitely have service. So I called Debbie, and she's like, yeah, we have yeah, not a problem. Like, okay. So, so I said, Debbie, how much is it? She says, well, we have 30 gig, or 30 meg, 50 meg, and 1 gig. I said, how much is the 1 gig? And she said, well, it's $150. Well, we pay $200 a month for the internet, or the satellite internet that doesn't work.
Right.
I'm like, sold. I said, but listen, Debbie, here's the deal. It's like 500 feet from where it is to where I want it. I'm going to tell Brandon Puck and I'm going to shoot a video on how to sharpen a knife hand left-handed for sure. Yeah, that was a great question. But Patreon, that'll be a Patreon video. But I said, I'm 500 foot from where it needs to be. And she goes, okay, well, there will be a construction fee. And I'm like, holding my breath. I was like, how much is the construction fee? She goes, well, it'll be a $30 deposit, and it'll be $80 for construction. I'm like, you're telling me for less than $300 I can have a 1 gig fiber optic line? She's like, yes, sir, that's correct. I said, Debbie, don't move. I am on my way. And I hauled butt to Debbie's office, and I went running in there, waving my debit card at her, and I was like, I don't care what I need to do. I literally don't care. You can take my DNA, you can have my blood, do you need a kidney? Whatever, make it happen. And she's like, it was under $300. And 10 days later, we had 1 gig fiber. And so now that we have 1 gig fiber, yes, we intend to live stream again continuously, as regularly as we can.
Because that was the problem. He had to drive, 30 minutes to get into town to do it before.
To where the office is.
Yeah. And so
Is 1 gig
now
or 5 gig?
we can do it from home.
You're confused. I'll explain it to you later. So, yeah, it's a good deal. It's a very good deal. Fiber runs by my property, electricity not so much. We can get your fiber, we can get your electricity working so that you can do the fiber things. Tactical, it's Tuesday, bro, and we're tactical. What are you missing? Here we are. Here we are. And by the way, I can't wait to get that package you're sending because I really want to play with it and review it. It's going to be freaking awesome. And yes, for everybody who's into double entendres, yeah, I can't wait to play with your package. It's going to be great. There we go. Fabulous. It's great. No buffering or lag.
That's what we like to hear.
Yeah. Do you do product reviews? I've got a whole playlist with about 70 videos in it called reviews. Yeah, I do. Yeah. It's not the only thing that I do. But when I come across something where I'm like, hey, you know what would be cool? I'm going to talk to the people about this. I will. My favorite thing to review is when companies, because I get a lot of solicitation. Douglas Hemingway, shalom. I get a lot of solicitation where they're like, we send to you for good make video for best bushcraft knife to survive zombies. Please to review. And I'm like, no, I'm good, thanks. And they're like, please to review. We pay for a knife for you to be at house. And I'm like, no, really, I'm good. And they're like, we make very good video for you to bushcraft on knife with show. And I'm like, no, guys, I'm not. Like, I'm not doing it. But when I do get people who are like, yo, we want to support your channel, we like you. And what I do, because they all have the same solicitation, no, I'm not Jewish. They all have the same solicitation where they're like, we love your channel. It's so good. Can we, well, good for you. You got the Torah and the prophets. Now you need Messiah. You got 2 out of the 3, brother. We'll talk you into it. Just hang out. We'll talk you into it. I asked him, I said, what's your favorite video on the channel? And then if they answer, like, if you go to the top, like, most popular playlist, a lot of the times I'll get a response from that. I'm like, good for you. You know how YouTube works. You found a popular video. But when I get a response from somebody, they're like, I really liked the burn it down video that you did, because at 23 minutes when you're talking about how your shop burning down and that $1.3 million loss, how that really affected you, that like just spoke to me because XYZ. I'm like, okay, this person's legitimate. Now I can have a conversation with them. And so when they make it past that and then they make a decent product, then I'm interested in bringing it to y'all. This idiot again. So, whatever. Hot dang for fiber. I don't believe I am, but I don't know. I have a pretty common last name. You're what?
She wants to wash the dishes.
No, baby.
No, we're not washing dishes
It's
right
too
now.
late for washing dishes.
Are you kidding me? I love the Mora knife. Oh, your toy
You have
dishes?
water in your little sink. You can wash them in your sink.
Oh no! Who cares?
Mom, I need them so I can rub them.
EDC plate carrier. Keith and it real. Thank you.
Not soaps.
It depends on what you're doing though.
But
De-yeeted. That's
No,
pretty
but
funny.
do not say yes, 'cause
Body
people
bags,
don't
that's
tell you
awesome.
Yes, to ask mama and daddy.
The LGD video. You like that?
No, I already told you no.
That's cool, Nick. That beard though. Yeah. Right.
You can wash.
Where
with
would you
water.
start on learning to make truck fuel? Okay. You need a pressure vessel. You know what? I know you in person. We should discuss this elsewhere. You need a pressure vessel. You need a 5-gallon bucket. Well, really what you need is 5 gallons of water at 105 degrees with 5 pounds of sugar and 5 pounds of cornmeal and 5 packages of yeast, and let it ferment for 5 days, and then cook it at 185 degrees, and you should get about 5 quarts of truck fuel out of it. It's the rule of 5s. You like my Tundra video? That was a good one. Remember when I bolted all those solar panels on my Tundra? Because apocalypse and stuff. So. Ohio! Does your beard ever hurt? I had a high school, was it high school? Gym teacher. They'd be like, hey, does your face hurt? And I'm like, no. Why? 'Cause it's killing me. I was like, oh, ha 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 ha.
I have some too.
You have some silk.
Plate carrier if you could only buy one. I like the Condor Mop C. I'm telling
Mom,
you,
it's
everything
not
that Cody
pen.
makes at Sojourn
It's
Gear is
for
tremendous.
pen.
So really, if I could only buy one, I'd honestly get. I would honestly get a Sojourn Gear. I like the Condor Mop C
not
though. I've had great luck with it.
Yeah, there's some floaties in here.
See it not?
Yeah, there's some dirt in there. I don't want to drink the dirt. See that floaty in there?
Yeah.
No doom prepping, Shalom, brother.
I did it.
Why are they depicted with belly buttons? So that they would be recognizable to the rest of us, so that we would relate to them. Probably. You tell that joke to your middle schoolers. Good for you. That's how you motivate them. That's good. I like that. We are? Awesome. Happy New Year's from Lawton, Oklahoma. You guys got the big helicopters and the big guns out there in Lawton, and all those big fan things that are up there. I know the guy that put them up there. He looks kind of like this. Awesome. Nope. Good job, Pook. I have not given up the office in town yet. And I don't know that I'm going to. But I may. We'll see. Ew, Lawton. Yeah, pretty much. Ulfhidnar tribesmen. Shalom, brother. The best ever. Yes. Sojourn Gear just, I got a duffel bag from him. I just posted about this on Instagram. Did a 60-second gear review on Instagram. It was freaking awesome. It was just a duffel bag, but it's the best just a duffel bag I've ever owned. I'm like, this is awesome. It's not as awesome as my hat is, but it's awesome. Bowie, Texas. What time is it? AR pistol or SBR? Don't mess with SBR. What are you gonna do with it? Listen, SBRs are cool, but unless you're Lucas Bodkin shooting cardboard targets while running on the range, what are you gonna do with it? Who peed on your head?
That's the best.
Yeah, tax stamps for theft until you get an NFA violation and the BATFE shows up at your house and takes you. So, what's your thoughts about a bar for to around the property during SHTF? I think you mean a Browning automatic rifle? Nice, Tommy. Good night, Carrie. Yeah, Sister Renee, exactly. The way things are going,
He'll like it.
see, this is the other thing too. Oh, thank you. Is this a pinky up?
No, you have a hand.
I am pretending. That's delicious.
There were just a few floaties in it.
Oh, delicious floaties. So, this is predominantly what you guys see of me, and like this is relaxation really for me. But we have Bear Independent YouTube. We have an LLC, and then there's the YouTube and Patreon, and I guess now Instagram. So we create and curate content for all of those things. We have Prosperity, which is consulting. We have Bear Facts, which is its own entity. And then we have Grindstone.
No more water.
Greasy Bear. Thank you, Weston. It's tremendous. It's pretty cool.
Eat them peas and
I'm not
carrots
eating
tomorrow.
peas and carrots. I do what I want, woman. And then we have Grindstone, which is a 501c3. And there's 8 different people besides myself that are involved in all of these different entities that we have. 8 different people besides myself and Hami. So, and there's a lot going on. Like, a lot going on. So having the office, while it's nice to be able to shoot content there and occasionally live stream, Fortners, go back to sleep. You have work tomorrow. While it's nice to, it's great to be able to live stream from here. But having an office and a desk to sit down to and to be able to pack Bear Facts and...
Yeah, we're distracting.
Yeah. Cassie, good luck with your armadillo problem. How did 9/11...
Got an armadillo problem?
Yeah, with the 357. You don't remember? How did 9/11 influence your preparedness? Well...
I was still young and dumb. I wasn't even thinking about preparedness at 9/11.
Wow, I don't even know how Monster Bear did that. Thank you.
Right? Sexy monster.
That's awesome. Eli James, thank you. Bless you, brother. Yeah, everybody needs to punch out. You're right. Hunter Seeker, need to order a Bear Fact. I know a guy. You might know him too. We can have an off-camera discussion.
Well, somebody asked where to get one.
Oh, where do you get them?
Mm-hmm.
Adventurefrontier.com. Here, give me this.
Don't you be... He's hijacking Homie Biscuits.
Talk to the people. I don't know, whatever. You were on a roll before.
I know. Smack him. I know. Smack, smack, smack.
Stop. I'm gentle.
He gets all the looks. Let me just say. Like, I'm a person that, like, speaks with my face.
That's making water popcorn.
Oh, water popcorn, my favorite. Don't y'all love
My
water
wife
popcorn?
just put on the five-finger death punch. That's awesome.
It's gonna be an oven. Magic.
Okay.
Essential oils and stuff.
Essential oils and stuff.
What?
Yeah.
I haven't done a lot of talking about essential oils because I don't want y'all to like, like, there's some people that sell stuff, that like, as soon as you see them, you just totally ignore them because you know that they're salesy. And I don't want to be that person. So I'm very passionate about my oils. But I don't want to be that person that nobody pays attention to because they don't want to get sold on anything.
Whatever, man. Just sell me some freaking essential oils, bro.
What are you Googling on my phone?
I'm just doing stuff. Let's get out of here. Go back to talking to these people. Talk to the people.
I don't know. I'm trying to read comments. Two oils that, like, my two top oils that I would pick come SHTF would be thieves and die guys. Sickness and gut health.
Ooh, good one.
Because those are gonna be rampant. Bad water, wormies, bloat, parasites.
Mom, taste it. Mom, taste it.
You definitely gotta taste that.
What is in that? That tastes weird.
It sounds delicious.
Yeah, don't drink that.
Mom,
The baby might be needing some die guys later.
Yeah, we heard about blue helmets in New York. Gray Scout. Shalom, brother.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many more that I would pick. I mean, look back on Bear's channel. There's a top 10 videos for SHTF.
I guess we should do
Or
another
for
one of those.
emergencies, I think is what we renamed it. But yeah, there's so many more that I would choose. But, if you're asking me my two,
I can't believe you roofied my moonshine.
then it'd be thieves and die guys. No, I don't want any more. Yeah. Go to your table. Yeah. Go get your towel.
Weston Sandberg,
Got
what?
water all over the floor.
Holy smokes, glad this guy, what?
Castor oil, yeah. My grandma was talking the other day and she was like, the like their medicine back in like the 1940s consisted of castor oil, honey, some sort of root. I can't remember what it was. But like that was it.
Castor oil and kerosene.
And like even when I was younger, like no matter what ailed me, it was castor oil. Like rub castor oil on your belly, rub castor oil on your legs, like take a spoon of castor oil.
I was up on a roof, not far from Harmony's grandmother's house when we still lived in Texas. I think so, Half-Breed Guitars. Did you put apple juice in that?
Yeah.
That is delicious. Thank you, that's so good.
Not castor motor oil.
Castrol.
But he was up on a roof and he slit his knee wide open. Wide open. Like
On a piece of metal flashing.
blade.
Yeah, I was looking at tendon. And so I took my knife and cut my sleeve off, packed the wound, applied pressure. Then I called down to her and I was like, hey, go to the truck and get me a roll of electrical tape and tie it onto the rope that's tied to my climbing harness. And she did, and I pulled it up, and I made a pressure bandage out of my sleeve
Yeah, there were
and
people
the
making
the electrical tape.
You got different
immobilized the leg, finished tarping the roof that I was on. Then I came down and we went to Grandma's house that was 2 blocks away. And I was like, Grandma, do you have anything I can do for this? She literally comes out with a cotton rag and a bottle of castor oil.
I got some castor oil.
That was her.
It fixes everything.
That was her. Yeah, that was her trauma kit: castor oil and a cotton rag. So.
But I mean, it does work for a good bit. No, that's it's the same kind of top. It still does
That
not
one won't fit.
Okay, Dad.
Okay. What time is it?
9:30.
It's my bedtime.
We stayed up till like 10:30.
Can you put some water in that?
Wow.
Put some water in that. No. Do it, or I'll break you in half.
Gotta catch me first.
Blue coat.
Blue.
Jinx.
Yeah. Bacteria also can't live in an alkaline
Can I play Play-Doh?
Play-Doh.
environment. So like
Can I play Play-Doh?
dosing yourself
Mommy,
with
can I play Play-Doh?
yes. Dosing yourself with
Steadfast,
baking
bless
soda
you.
water. Baking soda water. I think that was another one.
What if you just pour like 70% alcohol in it?
My grandma said castor oil would work the meanness out of you. It'll do something, I'll
Yeah.
tell you that. Give me that. Thank you.
Maybe so many gun dogs.
Bedtime. I get up at 5 a.m. every morning, and believe it or not, I do work all day, 6 days a week. So, yeah,
Don't mess with
bedtime. I'm a 9 to 5 guy. I'm generally in bed at 9 and awake by 5. So, bless you, Tommy.
those. Well, how'd it get all dry? You not had the top on it?
No.
Well, that's why it got all dry.
Oh.
The bottom of it's still okay.
Doesn't mom look good with her braids?
Oh,
She looks so good with her braids.
Here, there you go.
Mark, I'm telling you, I'm about to turn into a pumpkin. All right, y'all.
He's always a pumpkin.
Bless you guys. Have a good new year. It's good to know.
We'll see you next year.
See you next year. It's
I'm gonna
good to
be
know.
14 next year.
It's good to know that we can live stream from the house. Shalom FM 22. Bless you, brother. All right. Bear out.